Hello, welcome back to our channel. Hello. How are you today? It's hard to come back again this evening. I just want to come and share my usual bedtime quiz, general knowledge, which I'm just going to crack on. I won't waste too much time because I think it's going to be only 45 minutes so that I can go and relax and take care of my evening. So, welcome back to Mrs. Always Right channel, and I hope everybody's doing well. So far, so good. It's been a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in, viewer number one. So I'm just going to check all my connection is okay. So I'm going to use my other device to check everything is okay. So welcome back. Happy weekend and happy Saturday. So we are getting on, we're preparing for this brand new weather that we will soon enjoy, because I can't wait for summer and spring. So, I'm just going to start my quiz. So far so good. This session, this studio, and this channel is dedicated to God Almighty, but sometimes it has a lot of things we are doing as well, and we got to take care of other people's needs by giving information and also inspiring other people and also giving people hope. So first of all, thank you to God Almighty, because this is how I start my channel, dedicated to God Almighty, and also using this opportunity to say a very big thank you to God, because with God all things are possible, and I'm happy to be back online. It's been a very busy week for me. As I've told you, I've changed a lot of schedules on when to come online. So I pick and choose which day. Before, I used to do content every time, but now things are changing. So far so good. There's always going to be a time for me to do my contents when I am free. So I'm using this time to say thank you to all my subscribers and anybody that's watching this channel. So I'm just going to crack on now on quiz time. And as I'm going to start this quiz, it's going to be different questions and answer. We don't need to answer all the questions. We don't need to know everything. It's just to train our brain and also activate our brain and also give our brain more resetting our brain, because sometimes we need exercise to our brain as well, because every time we are busy doing things, so we need time to come and take care of ourselves. So bedtime quiz is very good. It relaxes you and it gives you more time to unwind after a long day, business or work, anything. So this is how we're going to start. So we're going to flip the screen over. There will not be any background noise or background sound or anything, adverts running in front in my something. So I'm going to flip the screen as we go. So thank you, and let's start the quiz. So I'm just going to see how I'm going to put this, if you can see the screen very well. So which gas is essential for human respiration? So we're going to give you enough time to answer it. So you don't need to be a genius or somebody that is very clever to join this quiz. You can answer whenever you want and however you want. So we got a lot of time. So which gas is essential for human respiration? A, a nitrogen, join Nugget, thank you for your answer. Answer is oxygen, which is very true. Oxygen. So let's continue. So we're going to read it. Our cells, sorry about my croaking voice. Our cells need oxygen to survive. One of the waste products by cells is another gas called carbon dioxide. So there is always going to be explanation. Thank you, John Nugget, for your answer. And another one, which rock star had an overbite resulting from 4 extra teeth in his mouth? Which rock star? So, which rock star had an overbite resulting from 4 extra teeth in his mouth? So as we are answering the question, we got to also give time for people to join in. Number one, A is Freddie Mercury, B, John Lennox. So I'm just going to put, I don't know if the screen is, I'm just going to keep moving. Can you see it very well? John Lennon. So I think we need, I'm going to make the screen a bit more. So I'm just going to adjust the screen more. So I think that should be okay. So which rock star had an overbite resulting from 4 extra teeth in his mouth? So I'm still waiting for answers. I got only one contestant, John Nugget, here. So we need more contestants. So anybody to join in the contest, please. So I'm just going to push the screen more. So anybody, which rock star had an overbite resulting from 4 extra teeth in his mouth? So anybody to join in this contest? So we got no hints on this. So who is going to give me a clue? Rock star that overbite. So I need answers from the crowd. So who is going to give me a clue? Freddie Mercury, John Lennon, Frank Zappa, and who else? Anybody? So we're still waiting. I've got an option, either Freddie Mercury or John Lennon. I saw only one person that gives the answer. Who has overbite? Who had an overbite? So I'm waiting for my which rock star had an overbite? I'm still waiting. So I don't have any answer from anybody yet. So if I answer the question, I need somebody to send me, give me a bit of good comments. Which rock star had an overbite resulting from 4 extra teeth in his mouth? Um, Freddie Mercury. So I've got the answer, which I know is true. Freddie Mercury. So that is me getting. So Freddie Mercury in 1946, Freddie Mercury, 1946 to 19, the front man of iconic band was not only known for his incredible, but also because this thing, it doesn't want us to go. If you read more, Freddie and Roger, sorry, Freddie and Roger were so good. So there's a lot of comment about that. So if you read more, you need to pay some money to get information. So we don't need it like that. So at least we got a bit of answer to the question. So let's continue. So I'm going to flip over. When the adverts comes like this, I have to turn my screen around. So far, so good. People are not back online yet, but we still have to do a lot of information and so give people chance to reach and understand it. So I'm trying to get rid of the adverts from the screen, which is not very interesting. Sometimes it so so now we have completed the level and we've got score 9/10. So if you see that yellow petals, that is what we score, and when we see the blue one, that is not what we score. So we're going to continue. So we're going to go to next level. So what is the primary use of a whisk in cooking? What is the primary use of whisks in cooking? To mix or beat ingredients, to peel fruits, to strain liquids, and to chop vegetables. So we got only 3 people online now. So what is the main use of whisk? So for me, I think that is direct answer. To mix or beat ingredient. A whisk is a cooking utensil which can be used to blend ingredients smooth or to incorporate air into mixture in a process known as whisking. So let's continue. In the animated frame, Despicable Me, what color are the small creatures known as minions? So that one I wouldn't need any hints. That one I wouldn't need any hints. So it's going to be, so you could see the Despicable Me. You could see the picture very well. So I think that color should be yellow. I'm just thinking. Yes, it's yellow. So let's continue. George Walker Bush was president of which country? That one is direct and very easy answer. So you could see the option is Ireland, Chile. John Nugget says number 3. Thank you, John Nugget, for coming in. Yeah, it's very easy to answer that one. George Walker Bush, born July 6, 1946, is an old American politician and businessman who served as the 43rd president of United States of America. That is easy. So let's continue. What name is given to pizza with toppings tomato, mozzarella, and Brazil? Hmm. So, who is there online? Number one is called tomato. Number two is margarita. Number four says four cheese Viennese. What name is given to pizza with toppings tomato, mozzarella? So all the Italian, everybody that loves pizza, come and answer this question, direct question. So what is the name given? So I don't really eat pizza, and I don't know if it's called a pizza with toppings tomato, if it's called tomato pizza. So I just have one hint for that. Margarita. Pizza margherita, more commonly known in English as margherita pizza, is Neapolitan pizza made with San Marzano. So, come in and join in this contest. Which of these do most parrots eat? Snakes, frogs, mollusks, insect, and seeds? Which of these do most parrot eat? They don't eat snake, they don't eat frog, they don't eat mollusks. So I don't know if they eat insect and seeds. So I think I'm going to take these chances and say insect and seeds, which is really the right thing to say. Parrots are members and the odd member of the order. If you don't hear me pronouncing this word, don't worry. Psittaciformes, which include more than 300 bird species, including parakeets and macaws. This is the longest grammar ever. So another question is, by which name is a stuffed toy in form of bear known? Yogi Bear. I think that should be Yogi Bear. Stuffed toy in form of a bear known. Well, teddy bear, which I know. Some are called yogi. I don't know. I should go for teddy bear. So far, so good. I'm just waiting. Oh, that is correct. And next question, let me explain that one. A teddy bear is stuffed toy in form of a bear, developed apparently simultaneously by toy makers Morris Macton in USA. So let's continue. So we're going to take the advert off and back again to the tired Mrs. Always Right. So this quiz is to exercise our memory, our mind, our brain, and our where we relax in the evening. There's a lot of people, they do bingos, they go for, how will I call it? They go for quiz night somewhere. So sometimes I'm using my platform to help other people who feel tired, who have been, they don't go to libraries. A lot of things people go out to do, read books and also do things, but some people don't do it. So I'm using this chance to share the quiz. Quiz is knowledge. It helps you to continue with your education. You don't need to go to university every time for you to know. So I'm going back to the screen now. So another one. What is the name of the finger used most for pointing? For pointing. Thumb, index finger. Index finger. So who knows this answer? What is the finger that used mostly to point? Who knows it? So I want people to come and answer. This is very easy. Some people like to point fingers on other people's faces. So tell me the fingers that is used for pointing. Because I know some people like to point fingers on people. So what is the name of that finger that people use? John Nugget says, yes, index fingers. You are correct. Sorry. Index finger is the one people use to point on people, and the thumb will point back on you. You use index finger to point at somebody, which is finger. You got 5 fingers here. One finger you are using to point on somebody. 4 fingers or 3 other fingers is pointing back on you. Or, yes, that is what it means. So if you sit down now and point one finger, 4 other fingers is pointing back on you. So you could see it is really, really rude when people point fingers on somebody and then the rest of the fingers is pointing back on you. So that is index finger is the answer. Thank you, John Nuggets. And let's continue. So let's read it. Explanation or illustration. Index fingers also refers as a forefinger. First finger, second finger, pointer finger, trigger finger, and digitus scandalous or scandalous finger. So there's a lot of information about that. So let's continue. What was the name of American novelist Hemingway? What was the name? I wouldn't know that one. American novelist Hemingway. What was the name of American novelist? So who can answer that question, please? John says number 3. Number 3, American journalist Ernest. What was his name? Okay. Thank you, Ernest. That is the answer. Ernest. Thank you very much for your answer. So I'm going to go that number 3, Ernest. Thank you, John Nugget, for your contribution. Well done, well done. So Ernest Miller, that is our surname, Miller. Hemingway, July 21 till 1899, July 2, 1961, was American novelist, short story writer, and a journalist best known for. So most of this information is not complete, but I just read you. Thank you very much, John Nuggets. And where are the rest of the contestants? So we're going back to the question. Another question says, which horse is the subject of Anna Sewell only published novel? Some people say Bullseye, Black Beauty, Pegasus, and Joy. So which horse is the subject of Anna? So who knows the question, please? So I'm just talking behind the scene, but I know a lot of people are online. Which horse? Anybody to answer the question, please? Is the subject. John says Black Beauty. Well, it looks a bit familiar name. Subject of Anna. Anna Sewell. Have you heard anybody's name like Anna Sewell? I've not heard that before. So you said Black Beauty. Yes, correct. You are correct because sometimes I just wanted to wait and see who is going to give us correct answer. Thank you, John Nugget, all the way. You've answered all the questions correct, which is good. So Black Beauty. Thank you very much. So let's read. Black Beauty is an 1877 novel by English author Anna Sewell. It was composed in the last years of her life, during which she remained. So thank you for your answer, John Nugget. Which car company logo is shown in this picture? That one anybody can answer. Is quite easy. Some will say Toyota, some will say Mercedes, some will say Cadillac, some will say BMW. But for me, I think I'm going to give another person a chance to answer this question. So who is going to give me that answer? Which is very, very correct illustration showing there. So Mercedes, I know that will be answer. Thank you, John Nugget. So Mercedes Benz. Thank you, FS Lamborghini, which is still Porsche car. So thank you for tuning in, F35X. Thank you. So that level is completed and we got all the answer correct, and most of the answer was given by John Nugget. Thank you. You are the top contestant. Thank you for your like. Whosoever like that my channel. Thank you very much. And we're going to continue. So we're going to go to the next level. And so it's going to be a bit of a... So I'm just going to put my camera in a way we can see very well. So I'm just going to readjust my camera. So let's start it. Which bird family does the European honey buzzard belong? European honey buzzard belong. It looks like hawk, stork, sparrow, dove. Dove. Which animal does the European honey buzzard belong? So I will always give chance for the contestant to come in and join before I give the answer. So what is that animal there? Is it hawk, stork, sparrow, or dove? So I'm just going to say, for me, you could see that looks like hawk. Can we say the answer before I go and make it? So I'm going to go for that. Is thank you to myself for the good answer. So which actress plays the role of Kim Burks in 1990 film called Edward Scissorhands? Edward Scissorhands. Which actress plays the role of Kim Burks in Edward Scissorhands? So, anybody there? This game is not that you have to answer the correct answer, but we still have to try because learning is always necessary. No matter how old we are, learning is going to be a continuous process in our life. So it doesn't matter how old you are or where you come from, you still have to keep learning. That is it. Learning is power. So, what is Edward Caesar's hand? What film is that? Who knows about Edward Caesar's hand? That was in 1990. So, what is the name of the actress? Edward Caesar's hand. We got Natalie Portman, Kyrie Knightley, and Kendrick, and Winona Ryder. So who is it? Who was the actress there? So anybody? So I'm still waiting for this contestant behind the scene. So I'm going to go for somebody's name that goes like Winona Ryder. I think I've watched that film, Scissors Hands. So I'm going to go for that. Anybody see if I'm right? Winona Edward Scissors Hands in a 1990 American Gothic romantic fantasy film directed by Tim Burton. It was produced by Burton and Denis Villeneuve. So it's like it's only me that is answering my question. So back again to the screen. Now my eyes is tired, telling me to go and sleep. So I'm just having another 5 minutes, then we can stop the games now. So I'm waiting for this advert to go. So I'm just waiting. So how is everybody doing again? And see how it goes. Thank you, anybody that was contesting or joining in this quiz. So next question, we got a very funny question coming up. Very funny one. Which insect can survive without a head for 1 or more weeks? That is straight. We see this picture. Could it be termites? Could it be ladybird? Could it be cockroach? Could it be ground beetle? So this pictures is showing, but we don't know if it is actually animal or insect that they are talking about. Insect that can survive without a head. I've never heard that before in my life, that insect can survive without head. So anybody to join and answer the question. Insect that survive without head. Insect that survive without head. So anybody to answer insect that survive without head. Do you know?
Pardon?
Do you know insect that survive without head?
Without head?
Yeah.
What's the answers?
Which insect that can survive without a head for 1 or more weeks?
Cockroach, I think.
Does it?
No, hang on. What's that? That's a termite.
That is not termite. That is cockroach.
That's a cockroach. I think it's cockroach. Go for that.
Mr. Always right is there.
Let me know when you finish. I'm watching TV. Just give me a shout, all right? The tea's there, right?
Okay. I just had a cup of tea from Obi knows about all the animals that survive with that. So cockroach, a roach can live without a head for 1 to 2 weeks. When a cockroach loses its head, its neck will generally seal by clothing so it will not bleed out. I've never heard such thing. So that is why we come on to use this platform for quiz. We know what we didn't know before. Kevin Bacon, Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson, and Tom Cruise appear together in which of these films? Edge of Tomorrow, Iron with A Few Good Men, and Mystic River. So anybody to answer that question, we still have people online. Come and show love. Come and see. Show me the answer. Tell me the answer before I will go and. So which answer is that? So I'm going to see if I can have a few good men. I heard about that, but I didn't want to answer it. So let's continue. I have 5 seconds to go. Which kind of sport is in this picture? Which kind of sport is in this picture? Football, soccer, Bible, or basketball, sorry. Baseball, volleyball. So anybody to answer? So I think it's best basketball or football, soccer, no. Volleyball, no. Other basketball. Basketball is the answer. Which of the following games did Winnie the Pooh play? Pool stick, pool tree, pool with pool branches. Winnie the Pooh play pool sticks. I don't know about that. So anybody? So I'm just going to see. I know I'm wrong. Oh, that is correct. What is the postcode known as in America? America, I think it's called zip code, which I don't know. I think it's zip code. It's not street code, it's not area code. So I'm just don't want to mess around. That is zip code. So we're going to end this quiz with a snore because I'm tired. I'm just going to snore. So sleep is coming, so I need to respect the nature. And I say good night to everybody and have a good night's sleep. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel because Mrs. Always Right is snoring. Already I'm tired. So I need to go back to bed. And bye. Have a wonderful night and see you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And have a wonderful weekend. Weekend is still going on. So, and bye-bye.